you've had a lot of success at such a young age. You're not that old, I assume. So I'm just wondering how, like, what do you attribute that to? How do you get there? Yeah.
To being successful at a young age?
Yeah, there's not a lot of people in your field that are there at such a young age. Like, it usually
I think
takes
I
years and
realized
years.
3 things. Number 1, I had really excellent parents that raised me and were very hardworking people. So I watched them day in and day out remind me that anything worth doing is worth doing right, and that you are your biggest competition. My parents reminded me that every day. They also reminded me that things are not important, that money is not important, because my dad tells me all the time, I've never seen someone pull up with a truckload of money at a funeral, because that's not what it's about. It's about the friends and the family that you have and the relationships that you build. And a lot of this business and being successful, whether it be in politics or media or whatever you want to do, is about building relationships. It's about doing what I said at the top, which is not seeking agreement, but seeking respect. My parents taught me that, so I'm incredibly lucky to have been raised that way in a place that was very hospitable to conservative values. So that's number 1. Number 2, I realized when I started this that being honest is the absolute best policy, and people appreciate your honesty even if they don't agree with it. So I learned when I started doing Final Thoughts and people started really taking notice of it, it wasn't because I was just extraordinary, it was because I was saying things that people felt in their core, in their heart of hearts, but they felt like they were too afraid to say it. And I would say, you know what, I will be that one. I will be that scapegoat. I will be the one that goes out there and takes the brunt of the liberal media and everyone else because it needs to be said. And I will do it every day because I don't do it for them. I do it for the police officers. I do it for members of the armed forces. I do it for the farmers and the ranchers and the coal workers and everyone in this country that's working in a factory from here or there, or the single mother that's working 3 jobs to take care of her kids and still won't accept welfare. That's who I do it for. I don't do it for these liberals who call me Tommy, Tony, whatever, Tammy. I don't do it for them. They don't understand that, but I don't do it for them. And the third thing, and this is just a real practical piece of advice for you guys, is how I got my first job, is I got on the phone. Like, we are too, I know I love my phone too, I love texting, I love social media, but just in a very real way, guys. If you're able to pick up a phone and have a conversation with somebody, especially someone that's older than you, they respect that you got on the phone and you had the initiative to call. An email's not gonna work, a text's not gonna work. You have to be able to get on the phone and make that call, and then you gotta show up and show out in person. They'll be impressed by that. I encourage you all to do that, because just having a degree is not gonna be enough anymore, not for any of you. Walking with a degree, no one cares you have a degree. No one cares. You're not gonna be able to walk in like, I have a degree. Yeah, you and everybody else. What makes you special? What makes you different? And it's gonna be your courage, and it's gonna be your drive to want to be the best. And another thing that I talked about, especially to young women, but it applies to young men as well. As young women, sometimes we have this horrible flaw that we think that we need to be the center of attention in every room. And if someone comes in that's smarter than us, prettier than us, more successful than us, has more money than us, then we tend to sink in the corner and think like, oh no, or we speak badly about that girl or that guy or whomever it is because we feel insecure. Get rid of that, don't do it. It's only hampering you. Take other people's success as your inspiration and your motivation. If someone else is where you want to be, get there faster, work harder. Don't look at them and try to tear them down. That's not going to help you. Other people can succeed in this world. So look to all the girls that are around you, all the guys that are around you. Don't look at them as a threat. Look at them as motivation, because that's what I do each and every single day, because Lord knows there's some copycats.
Hey everybody, this is Charlie Kirk, founder and CEO of Turning Point USA. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Turning Point USA.